So baby, let me bring you a wish. Baby, I do it for you tonight. Hey, welcome to the very first premiere real episode of Oh Heck Nah, a Naked and Afraid podcast. I'm Malu Beyonce, and yes, people, that's my real name, and this is my host, who's also a real person.
Debbie V.
Debbie V, I like that. It has a little ring to it. We have Malu B and Debbie V. And I'm super excited. Debbie, I did not tell you this, but you know we did some beta test, and we already got our first message about our podcast.
Yay! What was it, girl? Tell me.
They said, that was effing horrible. Don't ever do that effing mess again.
Oh, can they be deleted or no?
Send it to me privately. And then, of course, I went and looked her up. I'm 99% sure that it's a fake account, but she made the account. But somebody's running the account. They just don't have enough balls to say it to our face. It's just for us to do better. And listen, everybody, we will get better as we go along. We're doing Frozen Season 9, Episode 1 today. Debbie, I don't think it was as exciting as I was hoping it to be.
I agree.
It just really wasn't that over the top. But I've looked at the message boards and people are agreeing that maybe the frozen, like being cold, makes it not as interesting. Also, they think it's really hard to be naked and afraid in these conditions. They're like, oh, heck no, this is dumb. Why do you have them out there? Maybe that's it. They open on somebody checking Joe's pulse. Like he's dead. They're like, we're checking for a pulse. So you think, oh, this is going to be really interesting. They're in the Rocky Mountains. Someone's already dying, possibly.
Yeah.
Then we go to Group 1. Group 1 is Jake, Waz, and Sarah. Now, let me tell you, girl, the only reason why they put this Group 1, because they're the only interesting group out of the whole bunch. Jake is everybody's favorite. Starts off saying he should have worn his thigh-high boots, right? He's freaking hilarious.
Yeah, I did. I thought they were the most interesting.
And that's why they started with them. They're the only interesting group, to be honest with you. So it's Jake, Waz, and Sarah. Jake, I asked Jake today. He did a live podcast.
Did he?
Yes, and I joined. And the question I asked him was like, what do you like to be referred to in the media? Gay, homosexual? And he responded only the way that he could. And he was just like, oh, I'm kind of cool with whatever, queer, gay, homosexual, as long as you don't use the F word, which I would never use the F word.
Right, never.
Never. Jake is gay, Waz is from Australia, and Sarah, don't know where Sarah is, but I remember Sarah from another episode, and she's unremarkable.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know why she's on the show, because she's kind of not memorable to me. Do you even know who Sarah is?
I thought I remembered her also from one show, and she wasn't a bossy one? She was a bossy one. Like, tried to take over?
No, this girl.
Oh, okay.
Sarah is just plain Jane boring. They started with them because Jake is a favorite.
Okay, so I think Jake had a point. And when at the beginning of the show, he says, I've been naked a couple times in the cold. I'm pretty sure it involved alcohol.
Yeah, definitely involved alcohol.
I'm sure that's a thing. I remember one time visiting a university in my younger days, and the place shut down, and we were waiting for a ride. Freezing cold. I'm like,
hang on. When you say the place shut down, do you mean the bar?
Yes.
I mean, like, what place shut down? The bar. Let's call it what it is. The place. Okay. The bar.
The place we were drinking at that serves alcohol. It closed down. It was probably like 5 degrees outside. And if it wasn't for us drinking alcohol, I think we would have been dead. We would have died. Seriously. Goners.
So you think alcohol, and if you're going to be cold, you need to have a bottle of tequila, right?
I mean, I think they would be a little warm if they gave them a couple shots, or a bottle. Take a bottle of whiskey in your little hut.
I know the masses are not listening to this podcast, but I just want to point out that our producer, which is Google Assistant, just said that alcohol gives you a false sense of warmth. And you're actually going to lose body heat. I don't want people to go out in the cold and be like, yeah, Debbie V says, as long as you have some alcohol, we'll live. Let's go out in Michigan in the snow. I don't want that to happen. So disclaimer, that is not true. That's hilarious.
We can't do it.
Waz is from Australia. And he was he was actually in last season's, and he was supposed to be doing a 40-day, but he actually went all the way to 60. And Waz is freaking the strong, silent, hilarious type, and he's actually one of my favorites.
Yes.
Do you remember Waz? He has the Australian accent, and he's bald.
Yep, I knew who he was.
He had a little pooch on his stomach, and I liked it. I liked his little pooch because normally he doesn't have one.
Oh, yeah.
But he had a little pooch and I liked it. I think he was just preparing for the winter season. Move on to group 2. Group 2 is Trish, Rod, and Jeremy. Trish was from last season who got into it with Amber. And they actually brought it up on the show. She was like, I had some problems on the last challenge. And they cut to Amber saying, shut up, Trish.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of made Trish look like the victim. And it made Amber look bad.
She wasn't?
No. And that's not the way I saw it. It's very controversial. Some people are team Amber. Some people are team Trish.
That was last season?
That was last season. I just really don't know. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like the fact that the way that Trish and Amber got along. I think a lot of it had to do with Amber being a woman. And that's what I don't like. I don't think it was Amber. I think it was because she was a woman. And if Amber would have been a man, she listens to men and she would follow them. That's what I think.
Okay.
And that's what bothers me. I think Trish might be a cool person. She is from Jersey, and you know how I feel about Jersey folks.
Yes.
However, oh God, Jersey people are going to come for me. I'm sorry. It's just that I'm from the South, and I just don't understand Jersey people. It's not that I don't like you. It's just, we're two different people. So we have Trish, we have Rod, and we have Jeremy. Jeremy's from Louisiana. I'm not going to go hard on him. Okay, I am going to go hard on him. On his first appearance, he's from Louisiana, and he has like this Louisiana man charm. Like he even fed his partner the first bite of food. It just he's just too loving and too caring. It's not a bad trait to have if he's your father or your husband but if you're surviving, I need you to step up, be a man, and stop treating me like a little woman. Let's come up with a plan.
Right.
Oh, something that happened that stood out to me was Trish said that she wants to prove to everybody she's a good team player, blah, 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 blah. And in the beginning, Jeremy's like, my feet are so cold. And they show Trish rubbing his feet.
Oh, yeah. I was like, no. Oh, no.
Like, you're going too far, girl. Like, why are you rubbing his feet like that? Do you remember in the episode where she was with Amber and Amber was throwing up on day 1 and they didn't even go check on her when she was throwing up?
Yes, I knew that was her. I did.
Same girl. So you can't even go hold your girl's hair while she's throwing up or want to check on her, yet you can rub Jeremy's feet? She's just doing that because she's trying to make herself look good.
I'm sure everybody's feet was cold.
We have group 3, which is Kay, Gabby, and Joe. Kay is real skinny, and I don't understand why her skinny butt didn't put some weight on for this show. She knew she was going to be up in the cold, so I thought she would put on a little bit of weight. She is so skinny.
She was already looking like bones.
She was already looking like bones. I was like, how is she going to go through this with no fat, 0 fat? I believe that she's actually a professional stunt woman.
Really? What makes you think that?
She was on the very first season of Naked and Afraid, and she was a stunt woman. So I'm sure she's still doing the same thing.
Oh, okay.
So at some point she was. I don't know if she still is, but she used to.
So for Joe, I found this last group, more interesting than the second group we just went through. This group was a little bit more interesting.
Because of Joe.
Because of Joe, yeah.
Okay, we love Joe. We know what it is. She's holding back. What I don't understand is why didn't they show a clip of Sam and Joe together like they did Trish and Amber?
Yeah.
Like, I wish they would have said, like, you're the devil, or her taking the water out of him and him saying, oh, goodness, or whatever. I'm going to make a prediction that at some point we will see a clip of Sam and Joe. I mean, they have to. I don't know why they wouldn't. Oh my God.
So let me ask you a question. So when, for instance, like Joe, they thought he passed out. It makes their rating go down. Why is that? Like they think right away.
Because you're weak.
They're not going to make it.
That's why they're like, look at this fool. He already done passed out on day 1. He weak. That's why.
But it goes for the group?
Yeah, that rating is for the whole group. Mm-hmm. Which is really not fair when someone else leaves, but the goal is to get out as a group.
Okay, that makes sense.
Group 4, Wes, Sarah, and Jermaine. Jermaine's the black cowboy.
Okay.
Nothing is memorable about any of these groups so far, right?
No. I can't even think about who you're talking about.
Wes has been on the show several times, but he had to stop the last time because he got constipated real bad.
Oh.
How embarrassing, right? Like you have.
It's a thing. It's a thing.
I mean, he couldn't go poop, so he had to tap. Sarah is a bad A chick. She's been on the show several times. There's nothing really controversial about her. She's just a really hard, strong worker, except, oh girl, Sarah with the H. So we have two Sarahs. We have Sarah without an H and Sarah with the H. Sarah with the H put on some weight, girl. I mean, she must have put on 30 pounds for this challenge. And on the message board, some girl called her out for it and said, hey, you're smart. And she's like, yeah, thank you. So she did it on purpose, and that makes me really respect her. I hate to say this, but the only thing I remember about Jermaine is that he's the black cowboy. I can't remember anything else about this dude.
No, nothing memorable.
We're getting ready for our favorite part, which is not going to be our favorite part because we don't remember anybody, but it's time for
YGT.
Which stands for
You Gonna Tap.
You're Gonna Tap. That's right. So
I like it.
Yeah, we have Jake, Waz, and Sarah. The only person I can tell you that's not going to tap is probably Waz. Okay, so one more thing that is interesting about the show, which they don't talk about on the show, and I found this out in the fan group, is that the guys' testicles, it was so cold that the guys' testicles went into their bodies.
Yeah. I've heard about that before. Oh my goodness. Mm-hmm.
I've never heard of that before. I guess in 22-degree weather, how do they go in? Because I don't understand. Waz, send me a picture. I don't understand how.
Let's see.
I mean, just like mechanically, I'm trying to think of it in my head. Like, how do the testicles go up into the body? And I just can't picture it in my mind.
No, I've heard it can happen. Mm-hmm. We'll have to look it up.
We'll get our producer, which is Google Assistant, to look that up before the next episode, okay. And we'll talk about it in the next episode. Who do you think is not going to tap at this point?
Not gonna tap. I can't put the names. There's the blonde girl with the long hair.
Trish?
I don't know.
You know why she's not going to tap? It's because she's not doing anything. If you looked at the whole episode, she didn't really do much. She did absolutely nothing. But okay, so this is my predictions. Like I said, this episode was a little boring. I think people will agree with me. Mm-hmm. I think there's a big chance that, unfortunately, Joe's going to tap.
Joe, yes.
I love you, Joe, but I think you're going to be YGT. I think Jeremy is going to be YGT. I think the black cowboy is going to be YGT.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And I think Sarah's going to be YGT.
Which Sarah? Which Sarah?
Without an H. The one who keeps saying, am I doing this right? I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
I think she's going to tap. So, but I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. For whatever reason, Rod and Trish decided to climb a hill to cut a big tree down so they could get all the little leaves off the tree for their shelter. And Rod falls and he hurts his back.
Right.
And I'm like, he's YGT. As soon as he hurt his back, I was like, he's YGT. He's out of there. And they had the worst shelter.
Yeah, they did.
They were cold. They didn't close up anything. I just don't even know. The next day on day 2, he goes out. What's wrong with Trish? Trish doesn't even get out the freaking shelter. Jeremy's sitting there saying, my feet are cold. So get up and do something. When everybody's feet are cold, you're not hurt.
Right.
He's literally hurt. And he's the only one out there doing anything.
And I thought maybe it's not interesting. They're too cold. Maybe they're just too cold to do anything. Don't you think?
The girl group with Gabby, they were out doing everything. With Joe, Gabby, and Kai, they were out.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Remember she cut down all these trees?
That's true. So you got some complainers and some go-getters.
Yeah, they actually have the lowest rating according to them. Trish, Rod, and Jeremy, they have like a 47% chance of surviving. In episode 2, the only thing I remember happening is Rod tapping. I don't understand what's going on with Trish's group because Rod's the only one working. Trish is sitting down.
Yeah.
It's just close the shelter up. I mean, I'm not a smart person. I'm not a survivalist, but get off your butt and put some things to close those holes up. The show almost ends with with Gabby telling Joe, try to stay hydrated. I'm like, oh no.
Isn't that what the Gold Star
Gold
kept
Star kept
saying?
telling him, you gotta drink water, Joe.
She did.
Her voice still haunts me. I wonder if Joe, does Sam's voice still haunt you? Do you wake up in the middle of the night with cold sweats? I mean, hearing Sam, Gold Star, you gotta drink water, Joe.
Does it echo in your ears? Yes.
Jeremy goes out to hunt a beaver. And he goes out by himself with his bow. And he nearly passes out. And the cameraman says, hey, are you okay? Do you remember that part? The cameramen are really never supposed to get involved unless it's an emergency. And that was an emergency. Jeremy starts crying. I'm 100% sure that he's going to be YGT. 100% sure. Do you remember that? He's next to the river. I thought he was going to pass out and fall in the water. I was scared.
Yeah, I was like, is he really crying? He was really crying.
He was. But what I thought was, which was sexy as all get out, Mr. Jeremy from Louisiana with the old sexy self. I don't have this in my notes, but he talks to his brother and he's like, yeah, I'm still here after day 5 because his brother thought that he would be home by the end of the week. And he's like, I'm still here.
Oh, and he wasn't.
And he got a little snappy. He's like, I'll buy you a steak dinner when I get home. And I was like, dang, I'll buy you a steak dinner right now, sexy self. But when he said that, I got chills. I was like, oh, shoot.
Better than Waz?
No, Waz is sexy. and it has nothing to do with his Australian accent. Waz is sexy because he can say so much with like a little expression of his eyes. What's that song that we used to sing when we were in college? You Say It Best.
Oh, or Say Nothing at All. Yeah.
That's me and Waz's song. I think he's engaged. I don't care.
I don't care.
Waz, our song is You Say It Best when you say nothing at all with your sexy butt. So yeah, Jeremy, he gets back. They don't tap him. They check on him. He's like, I'm not leaving. And of course, Rod is the one who ends up tapping. It was shocking. Let's talk about Joe almost dying.
Dehydrated.
Do you think that's what it was? They showed a close-up of his face and he had like sweat beads on his forehead.
Yeah. Was he the one puke? There was someone puking. And I was thinking, do you puke when you're dehydrated? You do. You can, right? It's a thing?
Yes.
Oh, I wasn't sure.
That was Wes that threw up twice. See, we even forgot to talk about Wes, Sarah with the H, and Black Cowboy. We completely forgot about them. I mean, because it's just not as interesting, and I hate it because it makes our podcast less interesting. But let's get back to Joe. I think that was fake. I think they made him look like he was dying just because there was nothing else interesting.
You would think he would know from before, like, I need to stay hydrated.
Oh, no, I think he's dumb. I think he wasn't hydrating enough again, but I don't think it was as dramatic as they made it seem.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. I think, like, it was with her saying, I'm checking for a pulse, I think they're like, oh, what a great idea. And they kind of extended it with editing to make it seem like he was passed out longer than what he was.
Yeah, how did they know he just wasn't
sleeping? Why did they call a medic?
Oh, yeah. Good point.
So I think that was a little exaggerated.
Well, he didn't die, so we'll have to see how.
Joe, don't die.
You know what I was going to ask you? I wanted to know if in the Boy Scouts, if they used to catch bunnies or what. I don't know if it was a bunny by like throwing a rock at it. I was like, what the hell is that? What is going on here? I was like, he is not going to make it. Oh my God. I didn't know if it was a joke, if he was kidding.
He did that in his first episode too. Remember he threw the stick at the chipmunk?
Yeah, I was like, was this a Boy Scout thing? Where did he learn that's how you catch an animal?
I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking that he should have, well, if he had the machete, that somebody should have scared the rabbit towards him or something, the other girl, and then him kind of chop it.
I was like, there was no plan there at all. I don't know what he thought he was doing. I was like, is this for real?
I agree, but I also put it on the girl too. She kind of let him take the lead.
Yes, definitely.
I don't
What's the
know, but
plan?
oh my gosh, that was horrible. Joe, I love you, but quit throwing sticks at small objects. Completely forgot about that. That was so hilarious. What else happened in episode 2 besides Joe almost dying? That was it. Joe almost died. Jeremy almost died. Okay, Rod is gone because he had to tap out because of his back. So now we just have
Right.
Jeremy and Trish.
In the one group? Okay.
I think that Jeremy is very gung ho, but I think Trish is a little bit lazy. She's going to be in the shelter 90% of the time. And Jeremy's going to be the one out there doing as much as he can, breaking his back for Trish, because that's the kind of man Jeremy is. He's the kind of man that will give his last 1% for his teammates.
So he could carry her, though. He could carry her.
Exactly. I don't think it's fair because if she gets carried through the show, she's going to look like she can do it all when she really didn't.
Right. Exactly.
So I kind of hope something happens between Jeremy and Trish. I hope either Jeremy has to go home and we have to see Trish step it up. I mean, or I would just love to see Trish step it up on her own accord.
Yeah, they need to do something to make their for the show, their group interesting. You know what I mean? Something has to happen. Yeah.
Yeah, step it up. Jake and Waz are going to be on this show so much because they're the only entertaining ones. So I think we're going to see a lot of them. I think Sarah might tap. I really think that Sarah might, without an H, Sarah's going to be YGT.
You think so? That's our all-star group.
Yeah, that's our all-star group. What about the Black Cowboy? Any predictions for the Black Cowboy?
I don't know who you're talking
He's
about.
the only black guy on this show, Debbie.
I have to go through and I don't know. He was with
he's
two
with
girls?
Wes, who was throwing up, who was constipated the last time, where he had to tap because he was constipated. I think that group. I just don't think Jeremy. I mean, I keep saying Jermaine, the black cow. I'm not going to remember you besides anything besides the black cowboy, Jermaine. And I have a nephew named Jermaine, and I still can't remember your name. That shows you how much your black cowboy hat really stood out to me. Episode was kind of boring. A lot of people think it's not fair to put them in this kind of season. Did you see the part where Jeremy, Trish, and Rod were laying under the covers and Jeremy passed gas?
Oh, heck nah. First of all, there's sharding. Sharding's a thing, and we're all naked, so no, I say no.
You're right.
Okay.
That isn't okay. I agree with you. That's not okay. Oh yeah, and they were laughing so hard about it, and I was just like, "That's not okay." But it happens. Like if he's not doing it intentionally, and you're just there, there's nothing you can do about it. Y'all are all laying down together, like a cuddling up. Keep using the body heat. It keeps you alive. If someone passes gas, I probably wouldn't be mad at them, but I wouldn't like it, and I wouldn't want you to do it on purpose for fun. Like that's just not cool with me.
Yeah, to keep me warm. No, I'll pass.
All right. This Sunday is going to be episode number 3.
Yes.
What do you think? Do you see anybody fighting? Do you see anybody not getting along on here? Everyone looks like the happiest go luckiest people in the world.
Yeah, and from the last one that we watched with Joe and Gold Star. No drama, no. Well, just I don't know. I just think they're too cold or something. No. A little bit more storylines here for the groups.
Yeah, I know for a fact that Waz and Jake are way too classy to ever argue.
Yeah.
However, Wes, let me tell you about Wes. Wes is the one who I told you was constipated and had a tap.
Mm-hmm.
They had a show called Naked and Afraid Banished where they would get these peoples in groups. They could get together as a group and kick somebody out of their group. And they would have to go survive on their own.
How interesting.
Wes kicked somebody out, I do believe.
Really? In this season?
No, in the season called Banished.
Oh, okay. I was like, how do you know that already? Oh, wow.
So what I'm saying, he does have some attitude. I mean, if you have enough balls to kick someone out of your group, that shows that he does have some attitude. I just don't see it in a small group like Wes and Sarah. Oh, and Wes and Sarah have been in challenges before together and got along great. I don't see how any of these groups are going to be interesting. Jake is going to be entertaining.
Maybe
Trish.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of drama there. Maybe we got coming.
Yeah, Trish and Jeremy. That's it. That's all we can hope for, because this season is not looking good for our first year of our podcast. We need something more interesting to happen, guys, because we're trying to get this podcast going.
We're trying to hang on, trying to hang in there.
I love everybody. I love you, Joe. I really love you, Waz. I love you, Jake. I love everybody. Honestly, I love everybody on the show. I just, like I said, the only problem I have with Trish is that I don't like it when women don't get along.
Yeah, true. I agree.
One more thing I can think of. If you were going to Montana and you just saw the first episode, they gave you a pelt, they gave you the fire starter, they gave you the pot. What item would you bring along with you, Debbie?
In Montana. A gun?
You can't bring a gun.
Oh. Why can't I bring a gun? You didn't specify.
Are you being serious?
I was trying to think. I need to survive. I need to eat. A bow and arrow.
You would be real smart. That's what you would need.
A bow and arrow.
A bow and arrow. Okay. Oh my gosh. She said a gun, y'all. See, we're trying to get her into the show, and Frozen, you're not helping us out. Y'all need to get way more interesting to keep Debbie, invested in this show. Debbie would bring a gun, which I told her she can't, so she's going to bring a bow and arrow. Debbie, do you know how to use a bow and arrow?
No, I do not.
No. Do you? Okay. Oh my gosh. So you're going to bring a bow and arrow and don't know how to use it.
I will learn. Joe's throwing rocks. Joe's throwing sticks. So I'm sure I have better chances with a bow and arrow.
I can just imagine Debbie running naked across the field with like the arrow in her hand, trying to throw the arrow at a rabbit. Listen, we're judging y'all, but let me just say this. We are not survivalists. We are fans here just judging the contestants on the show. We would be dead. We'd be YGT in the first 3 minutes.
For sure. Definitely.
Thank you so much for listening. This show will get better. The first 2 episodes really weren't that great, were they, Debbie?
No, I've seen better. I have seen better.
I have seen better too, but that is not a reflection on us. That is not a reflection on our podcast. And to the person who said for us to never effing do this again, come at me. I did it again. Mm-hmm. Debbie V did it again, and we're going to keep doing it, right?
We're hanging in there. You hang in there.
All right, so we're out. Make sure you follow us on social. If you have any questions or if you want to send us another nasty message, I'm Malu Beyonce on Facebook and Instagram. And Debbie, are you on it?
Yeah, DD Bias.
Like double D's?
Double D's in the house. Double D's.
Thank you again for listening. The show will get better, and so will Naked and Afraid this season.
Thank you.
We're out. Listen to our theme song. Say something.
Peace out.
Let me do it. I do it for you tonight. I'm lit, you lit. We lit. Look me in the eyes when I'm talking to you.